are Californians going to vote yes, or are they going to vote no? You gotta ask, what part of no don't you understand?
This is a proposition that's being supported by the same people who push policies that keep teens ignorant about their own bodies and without having access to contraception, and that contribute to the U.S. having, you know, a much higher rate of teen pregnancies than countries like Canada or other industrialized nations. And you know, these people who support these abstinence-only programs now want to push a law that's going to put teens in harm's way, and that's just despicable. That's wrong, because you know, trust among families cannot be legislated, as people have mentioned before. Unfortunately, there are many teens who are not in a safe situation, and this is an issue that's important for me personally. When, you know, I grew up in a family that was affected by domestic violence. My father was physically abusive with my mom and with my sisters. So when my sister was pregnant at age 15, they're really, you know, telling my father wasn't an option because her personal safety was at risk. And so this is why laws like this are out of touch with reality and with the reality of teens and the real safety of teens. And around in other states that have passed similar laws, teen pregnancy rates have actually gone up.
And I gotta ask the question, when in 2005, when Prop 73 was on the ballot, did Californians vote yes, or did they vote no? The next year, in Prop 85, did Californians vote yes, or did they vote no? So, Prop 4, are Californians gonna vote yes, or are they gonna vote no? You gotta ask, what part of no don't you understand? I mean, get over it. We're done with this issue. Californians believe in safety of our teens. They believe that family communication is at home and not in the legislature and not in the state constitution dictating those rights.
God, you can go. I stand outside this woman's work, this woman's word was hard on the man. Now his part is over. Now starts the crowd of the
Proposition 4. This is a constitutional amendment. Proposition 4 is the waiting period and parental notification before termination of a minor's pregnancy.
Right now, a pregnant minor, that is an unmarried girl under 18 years old, can get an abortion in California without telling her parents. Proposition 4 would change the state constitution to require a doctor to notify the minor's parent or guardian at least 48 hours before performing an abortion. The law does not require a parent to agree to the abortion, but the parent must be told about it. Parental notification would not be required in the case of a medical emergency or if the minor gets approval from a juvenile court judge. A doctor could notify an adult family member other than a parent based on a written statement from the minor saying that she fears abuse from her parent. What do supporters say about it?
Prop 4 supporters say that a pregnant minor needs her parents' support before and after an abortion. A minor hiding an abortion from her parents may hold off on getting the medical help she needs following an abortion.
Opponents to Proposition 4 say most teens do talk to their parents, and government can't force good communication in families. A desperate, scared, pregnant teen may delay or avoid care or seek an illegal abortion, rather than face her parents, report parental abuse, or go through the steps required to get a court waiver.
Roe v. Wade paved the way for legalizing abortion with no age limitation. Californians have repeatedly voted no on Prop 73, 85, and 4. However, 42 states have adopted parental consent laws. If legislature can tell minor women what they can do with their body, what will they do next? This is not pro-abortion, it's pro-choice. Remember.
I am pro-choice. I believe in Roe versus Wade, and I come to that conclusion not because I'm pro-abortion, but because ultimately I don't think women make these decisions casually. I think they wrestle with these things in profound ways, in consultation with their pastors or their spouses or their doctors and their family members. And so for me, the goal right now should be, and this is where I think we can find common ground, and by the way, I've now inserted this into the Democratic Party platform, is how do we reduce the number of abortions? Because the fact is that although we've had a president who's opposed to abortion over the last 8 years, abortions have not gone down. And that, I think, is something that we have to ask
ourselves. Have you
ourselves.
ever voted to limit or reduce abortions?
Well, I am in favor, for example, of limits on late-term abortions, if there is an exception for the mother's health. Now, from the perspective of those who are pro-life, I think they would consider that inadequate. And I respect their views. I mean, one of the things that I've always said is that on this particular issue, if you believe that life begins at conception, then, and you are consistent in that belief, then I can't argue with you on that, because that is a core issue of faith for you. What I can do is say, are there ways that we can work together to reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies so that we actually are reducing the sense that women are seeking out abortions. And as an example of that, one of the things that I've talked about is how do we provide the resources that allow women to make the choice to keep a child? You know, have we given them the health care that they need? Have we given them the support services that they need? Have we given them the options of adoption that are necessary? That, I think, can make a genuine difference.
Pray God you can go. I stand outside this woman's work, this woman's word. Ooh, it's hard on the man. Now his part